Hi everyone, a little bit different tonight. I'm going to start with a pop quiz. So let's see how many of you have sort of been paying attention to me. What's wrong with this photo? I'll give you a few seconds to look at it, but put your answer in the comments and I'll fess up in the next video and you can all see how clever you are. So there you go. See if you can work that one out. In the meantime, I'm going to start this video almost with an apology, but it's not really an apology, it's more an explanation. When I started doing this blog, my intention really was to provide a set of videos that explained what it felt like to be on dialysis to those people who are going to be new to the experience, because it was new to me, and I wanted to provide information as to what a typical dialysis experience was going to be like for people. I think everybody watching will know that what I've gone through the past 3 months has not been anything like typical. By no means have I been the worst problems that my renal team have ever seen, but it's not been the most ideal set of circumstances, but things are what they are, and I am now successfully dialysing, albeit with a few niggles here and there. So on that, we'll talk about Saturday. So Saturday was a good dialysis session. Things were going quite well. About hour 3, I started getting cramps along my left arm. Now, cramps are fairly typical if you're dialysing. You're taking fluid off, and you're also lying in a bed for 4 hours, and that sort of thing is one of the things I was told to expect by the nurses. But after I came off, the cramps didn't go away like they had done previously. In fact, they got a lot worse, and I started getting a lot of pain in my shoulder. And by the time Sunday lunchtime, we decided to go out for a walk, my wife and I. We were sitting a dog for somebody, another member of the family, looking after their dog for the weekend. As we were walking around, my shoulder was becoming more and more painful, and I was finding it harder and harder to move it. And we decided that afternoon that actually the best thing for it was to go and get some medical advice, because this is clearly worse than the soft tissue industry. So we did actually just go straight to A&E rather than the urgent care, and it's perhaps just as well, because the consultant took a look and they diagnosed that there'd been a clot in my arm. We're not sure what the cause is. That's a puzzle that will probably remain for the next few days. But I'm now on some blood thinners just to deal with that problem, just to add to my list of many medications I'm on. And this is, they give you blood thinners while you're dialysing. Obviously to stop the lines clotting. We've had that discussion many times over the past couple of months about me and blood clots, but clearly this is something else. So I'm on these blood thinners, and as you can probably tell, that's now all fine working, and I've got no pain. Within 24 hours the pain had stopped and I've got all the movement back in my arm. Sunday afternoon I was barely able to lift my arm 2 inches off my leg when I was sitting. So yeah, that's an interesting one. I think that's atypical. It's puzzled the renal team as well. They're not used to that one either, so it might just be one of the weird things about my body. Again. But yeah, I went in today, usual dialysis, and with the Tessia line, it's all straightforward. We had a couple of little hiccups to begin with, more of which in the next video, because that'll give away the picture clue. It's going well, and actually, I've got to be honest, things are feeling quite interesting. One of the interesting things about the Tessia lines is obviously when they're finished, they have to put what's called a lock in. And this is just a fluid that pushes the blood out of the actual lines themselves and back into the body, so all the blood's back into the blood flow, and there's no blood remaining in the tesserae lines themselves, which would clot if it was left there, because it's not flowing. That leaves a very interesting citricy, lemony taste in your mouth. They do it very slowly, otherwise apparently it'll be just an overwhelming sour taste you get in your mouth. But it is like one of it's kind of like chugging a whole pack of Haribo Tang Fast Sticks in one go. That's not an advert. I haven't been paid to mention that, but yeah, it's that sour tart sort of citricy sensation that comes with it. Apart from that, on a tesserae line is as simple as it sounds. You get in, get yourself set up, make yourself comfortable, and they come along and they just flush out the lines, connect you up, and hit start on the machine, and that's it. So that's a lot more straightforward than what it's been like previously, where it's been sit down, get poked for an hour, and maybe a line works. So you can probably tell I'm a lot happier. It's nice that things are working, and long may that continue. As to how long I'll have to go on for this, we'll see. I'm going to keep doing these videos. I've got find some interesting subjects to talk about, and other things that have to change in the lifestyle, like phosphate binders and the like. So I'll come back on those ones. But yeah, I want to say thank you for bearing with me. It may sound like I've been a right whinger, but I say mine is atypical. So if you're coming up to dialysis, don't be disheartened by what I've gone through. It's by no means a normal road. And remember also, I was on a clinical trial, and the reason they do clinical trials is to iron out some of the problems. So remember that. But hopefully, say, for years of you starting out and are watching this and thinking, don't worry too much. The guys are really good. My renal team here in Milton Keynes and Oxford are brilliant, and I can't speak highly enough of them. They're really caring, and they have looked after me. So yeah, thanks guys. I know some of you watch this, and good luck to any of you, and I'll see you as I come up with more videos, including the next one. Well, I'll give you the answer, but you'll have to wait.